Sensational 2022 predictions. Well, I'm Pete. I'm a clergyman. Here's Mark. He is a businessman. We are Mark and Pete, and this is our live show. So, Mark, what about 2022 then?
Well, Clergyman Pete, it's time to brace yourself for sensational predictions. Yes, we've seen that 2021 wasn't really a great year, was it? So there's not much point in holding on to that year. Let's reach out and catch 22. Yes, here are the profound 2022 predictions. The year will continue to have COVID afflictions, which lead to lockdowns and many restrictions. The economy will suffer from contractions and constrictions as the UK and EU witness more trade and fiscal frictions. Banksy will daub Parliament with amusing depictions, and the public will be obsessed with Love Island evictions. The Archbishop of Canterbury will abandon all Christian convictions as Christ returns to earth and suggests more crucifixions. There will be the usual political departures and state derelictions, and Boris Johnson will continue with the same contradictions. Clergyman Pete, I ask you, what are your thoughts and predictions for 2022?
Well, what I think is that's almost certainly correct. Sadly, one of the first things that will happen, I reckon, going into the new year, you would normally expect after the Christmas holidays are over, somewhere at the start of January, that the schools will go back. I think they won't. That's my prediction. First prediction: the schools will be closed at least for the first
forever,
few
for the
weeks.
whole of 2022. No.
Well, it may be longer than the first few weeks, but certainly with the government's rather panicked response to the Omicron virus, vaccine rather, no, virus, right the first time. My pronunciation is advised, Omicron, some people say it. That particular Greek letter variant causing so much consternation will result in the closure of the schools and restrictions like social distancing, mask wearing, etc., will continue. And there'll be continued claim and counterclaim about how dangerous the vaccines are. In fact, I think that what you're going to see, this is another prediction, I guess, we'll see more claims that the unvaccinated are to blame for the continuing spread of the disease, and also more and more reports. I think a significant number of reports of side effects like heart attacks or heart inflammation in the young, because there's going to be mass vaccination. So even if it's a small percentage of people vaccinated, there's going to be a large number of people affected. So I'm afraid that's what we're going to see. I don't think it's going to be a very cheerful January.
No, well, clearly you're setting sort of a doomsayer's prediction here, but I've got to have a thought here.
All
So
right.
you're talking about obviously the challenges on Earth, but here's a prediction. I think that we will see more probes, more missions out to space. So there is a hope. Maybe if you're not liking life on Earth, maybe the idea is that we will see possibly, a person on another planet. So I know that Elon Musk and many other people, obviously we've seen Jeff Bezos go into space and many of his little friends. I think that there's some more ambitious plans to sort of venture into the universe. So one prediction is maybe another man on Mars? What do you think? A probe on Mars? More probes? How far can we probe in 2022?
Yes, I think a probe on Mars is quite likely, but I see at least in the publications to do with it a push towards going back to manned, or I suppose womaned flight, and I think that the reason for that is it just makes it more interesting.
Oh yeah.
They really need to garner the interest and excitement in order to keep the project alive. And
There-
so I could see space exploration. I see a move towards training more astronauts. But I reckon, actually, we're just talking about 2022 rather than the years ahead.
Of
Yeah, I
course.
do see there being a probe on Mars and maybe some sort of a deep space probe sent out as well.
Well, now the thing, of course, there's one thing that can't be done on Mars at this moment in time, and that is the 2022 World Cup. Yes,
Yeah.
all football fans. Now, the thing here is that this is due to be played in Qatar. Now, what I would say is that apart from the fact that it's going to be extremely hot, I think that England won't necessarily win it, but I think they'll do well. But what I would say is that just expanding on the football front, knowing that you're a fan, I actually
Oh
think
yes,
that
big
a
fan.
British club, an English club specifically, will probably win the European Cup, the Club Cup. Now, I know that that they've got some strong competition, but when you think of the likes of Chelsea, Manchester City, and Liverpool, they're playing very well. So there's a prediction. Let's see whether we can get an English team to win it this time again.
Yes, yeah.
Now, Chelsea, of course, are the champions. Who's to say they won't win it again?
Yeah,
Ah,
yep. So that's maybe a sort of semi prediction there
yes,
for 2022.
sort of. I was hedging my bets there.
I've got well a sort of a cultural prediction. Looking at movies now, Hollywood movies have this trend towards what someone has called wokeness, which is a
Mm,
whole panoply of different beliefs, but one of which is that white people, particularly white men, are basically useless. Well, I mean, in
mm.
your case, obviously,
Well,
that's
of
true.
course, yes,
But
understandable.
it plays out into replacing white male heroes with females or with people of a different ethnicity, maybe black. And we see that happening quite a lot. You don't see it the other way. For example, the character Black Panther, traditionally played by a black actor, well, the actor who played him has died. There is no move that I can see where he'll be replaced by a white actor. It doesn't
Mm,
happen the other way. And so I think we're going to see that trend continue.
yes.
So that's not
Well,
much of a prediction. Yeah, it's a trend that's already happening. But I see there's been a major movie towards the end of 2021 that has upped the
2022.
trend, and in 2022, I
Yes.
believe it's going to be a major success. The
Oh,
new
box office
Spider-Man
hit.
movie,
Yes.
Spider-Man, it's called Spider-Man: No Way Home, the
Yes.
third in the trilogy starring Tom Holland, although Tom Holland has played Spider-Man in other Marvel, as a big character in other Marvel movies as well. This particular movie, now, no, I know this, even as this goes out, some people won't have seen it, so I won't
Mm,
make any other comments about the content of the movie,
no.
other than to say it's really good.
Can
And
I ask
it's
the question then? So
and
you've
and
obviously
and just
got
to finish, there is no gender swap,
yes, but
and
can I
there's no
ask,
race swap. It's
is
not
it possible that the Spider-Man movie can be seen on the web?
I think that's almost certainly true, and that's a sort of pun, though, however, coincidence
Now I've
none.
got another
But
prediction,
no,
which
I know I've got to before we move on to your prediction, I want to make, an absolute prediction. I believe that it will make, in American terms, American dollars, over $1 billion worldwide. Now
ah,
now,
that's worth
that will
having.
be the first mega, mega hit
Yes.
since the lockdowns. This is the big comeback movie for
Yeah, yeah.
Hollywood. And notice this is a movie that is not woke. And you know the saying, go woke, go broke, or get
Yeah,
woke,
yeah.
go broke. Well, this one didn't get woke, so it won't go broke. I'm predicting this is going to be an over $1 billion movie.
Well,
Now, it's not that much of a claim in that the previous Spider-Man movie made $1 billion, but it's a big claim in that people haven't been going to see movies
yes,
because of the lockdowns.
yes.
This one, I think, is the breakthrough movie.
Well, that's
Spider-Man:
good. We
No Way
like
Home.
we like Spider-Man. Now,
Oh,
anyway,
yes, big
here's
fans.
another prediction then. So it's just slightly on a cultural theme, but I still continue to think that Ed Sheeran, will
Yes,
dominate the music charts, and sadly, more
sadly.
earworms or ear grating will occur. But I do think that that what we should see is that we should. And I know that we predicted sort of a lockdown, but what I do think is going to happen is that I think that we'll have the chance to see more theatres and shows go out and about in unusual ways. So people I know that maybe can't get to a theatre, but we saw this trend actually a few years ago, which is live streaming. Live streaming is a good idea because if you are a theatre group, if you're a pop group or whatever, there is this concept of live streaming anything, anywhere, across any kind of channel that doesn't require necessarily people to be in a physical environment. Now, we've got used to the virtual world now. Now, I know that many people do that through our business meetings, but why not do it through entertainment? It'd be fantastic to see a great show online. Why not?
Yes,
I'd be happy
I
to pay
agree.
for it.
Yeah. Okay, yes, absolutely, and including, I would say, the Houses of Parliament.
Yes.
We get
What a
a live
pantomime
show.
that
Really,
is.
that's a real pantomime. And now we may be seeing big changes in the political sphere in the UK in the
Yeah.
coming year. I think there could be a shake-up in leadership. It's been looking like that to the end of 2021. But the reason I didn't mention this at the outset is I don't think it's going to happen.
No.
I
I
think
think
the inertia
Boris
is
the
with the
Bumbler,
current set.
I think he's going to be there.
Yes, obviously,
Uh,
we show no partiality here on Mark and Peter
no.
and take absolutely no sides, but we think
Hmm.
that Boris has been a complete disaster.
Yes. Yeah.
But apart from that, we're not
At
making any
best.
comment. At best, yeah. Well, I think that's about it for this prediction for 2022. But please put your own predictions
Oh, well,
down
we'd
in the
love to
comments
hear.
below.
Yes,
There's
I
probably
predict that
lots to be
people
missed.
will give their predictions.
The more outrageous and
Yes.
sensational, the better. But I can make, of course, a very confident prediction that Mark and Pete will keep streaming in 2022, and maybe even here's a possibility there'll be some live Mark and Pete shows streamed.
Ah,
Watch out for that.
yes.
That could be happening. Who knows? Stranger things have happened. But bye for now. See you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.